What's up, virtuous listeners, and welcome to the Virtuous Mentality Power Radio Show, the only show that give you a little something, something about everything. Yep, I said it, a little something, something about everything. I'm your host, Max0202, and in today's episode, we will be discussing the ins and outs of fitness and health, a little bit about politics, and daily entertainment news. Up first, we got fitness and health. So I know a lot of my listeners are watching and have been wanting to start their own healthy lifestyle of not only just eating the right things, but they also are needing help with finding the right motivation to just get up and do it. So we've been getting questions, or I just in general want to know what are things that are holding you back from exercising and working out? Is it time management? Do you overall feel lazy? Do you not know where to start? Do you not have the space or the money to go to a gym? Is it your self-confidence? Like, what is holding you back from a healthier you? So I looked across the web, and it was about 15 things that people said that discourages them in general from working out, like lack of motivation. They said time, they hate to exercise, no money for the gym, they hate sore muscles, it was too much stress, they was too tired to exercise, they was unfamiliar with it, the fear of pain. They just hated the gym in general. It was lack of experience. They said the gym could be intimidating or too overwhelming. They set unrealistic expectations for themselves, and they just was not reaching their goals. So, according to the CDC, in 2020, 24.2% of adults aged over 18 and over met the 2018 physical activity guidelines for Americans for both aerobic and muscle strengthening activities. The percentage of adults who met both physical guidelines was higher among men, which was 28.3%, than women, which held at 20.4%, and it showed that both decreased with age for both men and women. So it seems like I guess we could say the older people get, they start to exercise less. And I don't know if that really becomes a age thing or it becomes a another health problem thing, and it just you know it just stops people from working out. I guess it does to a certain extent have something to do with age, but I mean, like, I feel like the more you stop exercising and the more you stop being mobile, that's when problems occur for people in general, and it's just unfortunate. And speaking of unfortunate, President Joe Biden has dropped from the race. So I know many of you know that Joe Biden dropped out of the election, and his own team advised him to do so. Following the dropout, it was said that President Joe Biden has COVID-19. Yes, on July 17, the president took to X and said this, and I quote, "I tested positive for COVID-19 this afternoon, but I am feeling good and thank everyone for the well wishes. I will be isolating as I recover, and during this time, I will continue to work to get the job done for the American people." The next day, he also said this: "Today, my administration is counseling student debt for 35,000 public service workers, public service loan forgiveness. Now, 4.76 million folks have benefited from our various debt relief actions, each receiving an average of over 35,000 in cancellation. That matters." He also said Republicans blocked police reform in Congress, so I signed a historic executive order on police reform. And folks, I'm calling on Congress to send the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act to my desk so I can sign it into law. But so where do we go from here? Like he he's dropped out of the race, and a lot of people are on board now with Trump. I know that Biden had a lot of speech mishaps, and it had a lot of American people like just appalled at the stuff that he was saying. And I think personally, the stuff that he was probably saying is kind of just linked probably to him just having COVID. You never know how COVID affects different people and older people. For me, I feel like his team wanted him to drop out early on. You know what I mean? They just felt like Trump was just a better candidate, but is he really a better candidate? I mean, come on, guys. We already know that African American and police does not have the best relationship at all. Like, they've never had a great relationship in history, and for Trump to ultimately say that he would give police full immunity, we got to take a step back and really see what's on this guy's agenda. Like, for me, so far, I have liked stuff that Trump has said, but is he gonna do right this time when he come in office? Just for saying to give police full immunity, period. That means that whatever they do to you, it doesn't even matter the person of color. Like, they can't be held accountable for it. Imagine losing loved one after loved one after loved one, and no one's getting held accountable for it because they're the police. I just can't imagine that. That alone will start other riots in itself, and I just don't think that's a good tree to bark up. Virtuous Mentality Pod Radio is sponsored by the Virtuous Mentality Fitness and Health sector, whose company's values are to promote and educate people with tips, tricks, hacks, music, and advice to help ensure everyone is geared towards a healthy living. So head down to your favorite streaming platform and listen and get fit to the Be Who You Wanna Be album, which is 3 albums that includes 5 instrumental tracks for people looking to start their fitness and weight loss journey. So stream it right now from your favorite music streaming platform. Okay, people, we back. And next up, we're going to talk about Rudy CORADO. Rudy CORADO is an LGBTQ activist who founded Casa Ruby, which is a bilingual and multicultural LGBTQ organization she started here in Washington, D.C. According to the Washington Post, CORADO admitted that she received $156,215 in 2 pandemic relief loans in 2020 and one in 2021 from the Paycheck Protection Program and the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, and transferred $180,000 of the money to bank accounts held in El Salvador under her birth name that was hidden from the IRS. So it's unfortunate that people pick certain organizations to hide under to use the money for their own beneficial use and to send back home, and thinking the government is not gonna catch on to you. Everybody knows that people that deal with that paycheck program, they're coming to get you sooner or later. You can forget about it. Not forget about it, but if you think they forgot about it, they have it. Anyway, folks, it's time to get out of here, and it's time for a quick recap of the show. Let's go. So that's all for today, folks. So if you missed out on something so far, here's a quick recap. We touched bases on fitness and health tips for healthy lifestyle and exercise. We took a minute to talk about presidents dropping out the race, and is Trump the answer to our problems? We also touched bases on Ruby CORADO, the woman who betrayed the trust of people by transferring company funds to personal accounts offshore. I want to thank you guys for listening to our show, and I want you to subscribe to our channel, and I want you to head over to Spotify and Apple Music and all streaming platforms and download the 3 albums inspired by workout and fitness called Be Who You Wanna Be by artist Maxo202. That's me. Gotta go. See you till next time, folks.